Hello, everyone. My name is Raphael Lewis, leader of the National Coalition Party of Canada, the NCPC. Why is it important to resolve the youth problem in Canada? And should I say problems? Why is it so important? Before I start, one important aspect I'd like to put on the table is the fact that youth play a significant, a big, a huge role in our lives, in the economic life of this country, political and government, all aspects, they play a huge and important role. In fact, youth are the one that make our pension plan, that secure youth secure our pension plan. And let me tell you how. Youth employment, when we have a good employment standard for youth, what happened, they contribute a lot to our pension system, and we know how the pension system works, right? They contribute a lot. And by doing so, when we have low employment for youth, we have a huge revenue going to our pension system, making sure that our current generation retire safely and peacefully. That's the huge problem. Now, the unemployment is a huge problem because when we have a higher rate of unemployment, what happened, government will have to spend lots of money. It will be deficit budget, of course, to provide subsidies or benefits to unemployed youth, welfare and employment insurance, you name it. So it's a huge budget expenditure. They spend a lot. But when the youth unemployment rate is low, government of course spend less. They put in more money into our pension funds, and government have more tax revenue. Politics 101, right? Now, despite or beside this huge role youth play, also they are a huge resource to build a nation. They are creative, innovative, entrepreneur, creators, business leaders, artists, you name it. And these are the resources that we are losing because we're not taking care of the youth problems. We're not focusing on youth. And if we have, or when we have smart government who understand that aspect, they will create programs to stimulate these resources among youth and have a more prosperous country. That's why at the National Coalition Party of Canada, as your leader, I understand that. I understand that youth so important to the well-being of this country that we cannot close our eyes. I understand that. And we're working hard not only with policies, we're not going to give you promise, not only to have policy that will facilitate us to invest in those humongous resources, we will make it part of our priority. So, by investing in youth, in their education, because their education is a huge problem, we must stop students from getting out of school with huge debt, especially those with low income families. We have to stop that. It's not a way to invest in our youth. Once we start putting youth as priority, we understand how important it is to invest in youth. Then there is that missing link in our economy that will stimulate growth, reduce unemployment amongst youth, and eliminate this burden in our government. That certainly will help government spend less on programs that are not working and invest more, therefore reduce their deficit budget and increase their revenues, which will help reduce inflation. And if we're not taking care of our youth, this is big resources that is going into waste. We are working at the National Coalition Party of Canada to invest in our youth. Find youth that are creative, find youth that are innovative, find youth that are entrepreneurs, eliminate this high unemployment rate, and help youth to have good education where they don't have a massive student loan debt that they're going to spend their lifetime repaying, screwing up their credits. Youth, we are important. We are working to make sure that we do everything we can to invest in you, because you have big resources that once we invest in you, not only you will contribute a big deal to our government, we will make sure that youth, as part of our Canadian extended family, you have a good life. We want youth to have a good life, to have good jobs, good education, have their own business, being successful. We want youth to be successful. And that is part of our priority, for youth to be successful. My name is Raphael Lewis, leader of the National Coalition Party of Canada. Thank you.